Alright, so seeing as how my twin disc Exedy is pretty much on its way out, and I just got the parts for the triple, I wanted to kind of just show you what's going on with it. So here's the two intermediate plates, 3 discs. As you'll notice, they have giant holes in the middle. There's no spline like typically. You know, like if you look at these clutches, they'll have like a spline through it, and they're also sprung hub. These aren't, which I'm hoping that driving it won't be super stupid, especially in traffic. And then it also comes with spline hub, so that you can have more than 2 discs. And pretty much, like if you notice the intermediate plates, they're the same thickness. On the one on my clutch now, the intermediate plate in between the 2 clutch discs is a thicker one. So it pretty much just thins it out and allows you to add in an extra intermediate plate and clutch disc. So I pretty much just know from what I've seen online, so I believe this is how it's going to go. On each of these discs, I actually have them facing the same orientation. If you look, yeah, it's extremely hard to see, but TM side, I'm guessing it's transmission side. And so, you know, imagine this box being the flywheel, and the transmission is on, you know, the other end. So I'm assuming it would face up like that. So pretty much, I think how it's going to go is you'll have, you know, the flywheel, and of course, you know, an alignment tool or whatever, but, you know, you'll put the clutch disc, and then I believe this notch piece is on the bottom. That'd be one, and then alignment tool. Then you'd have intermediate plate, and they have markings on it, I guess for I'm guessing balance and all that. So I guess wherever the markings on the case are, you would line it up, and of course you'd line it up, you know, with the studs or whatever they're called that stick out of the case. So it'd be something like that, and then you'd get another plate, or another disc, I should say. Let's see, I'm just trying to hard with one hand. Okay, I don't want to touch the actual clutch pad, and I don't want it to slam either. And then you do another intermediate plate, and I already lost where that marking was. Oh, it's over there. But yeah, you would line up the marking. So marking being there, you have it the same orientation, and then you would put the final one. And all this is going to get cleaned off, because I mean, you really shouldn't be introducing it to any kind of grease or anything, even if it's just off of your clean hands, any kind of oils. So we'll make sure it's ready. Man, okay. Alright. So yeah, so the bottom pad will be against, you know, the flywheel. And of course, you know, you have the center, and then you have the top. And then inside my clutch disc already, that's still in my car, you have the top plate, and then you have the ring. I think they're 2 separate pieces. And then of course you have the cover, and then that would create triple disc. So we managed to put my new clutch parts in and convert it from a twin to a triple. So I actually wanted to show you some of the stuff that came out of it. Alright, so first of all, this broken up deal here is the pilot bearing. And yeah, it got messed up. When we took the transmission out and we poked at it, all the bearings actually fell off, like fell on the floor. So that's probably where all my chattering and vibration was coming from. That, and then the rot bearing, or clutch release bearing, whatever you want to call it. Totally horrible. It's not balanced anymore at all. And if you look, this actually holds the clutch fork. Missing on the other side. So, yeah. So replace that, replace the pilot bearing, and then here's the 2 clutch discs that came out. So, yeah. Seen better days. I mean, I want to say it actually looks worse than it is, but I mean, they are fairly torn up. So, and yeah, and I had forgotten, so they are sprung, and then of course, you know, there's no hub adapter or anything, so it's actually built into the disc, clutch disc. And then here's that, I think it's called a center plate. But yeah, you know, there's lots of clutch dust on it. But it looks worse than it is. I mean, it's like my mechanic was saying. You can tell it was heated up, but it's pretty evenly as far as this goes. I mean, it's not like it's one super, you know, heated spot and then, you know, nothing else. I mean, it's pretty visible all the way around, but it's fairly smooth. See, what is it called? So here's a diagram of actually that Exedy included, but I think it's the pressure plate. Give me a second. Let me. Okay, so the twin that I had, it follows this line. So if you ignore those bottom ones, that's what it was. So, you know, you got the, see, it's the cover assembly, and then, well, the ring, and then pressure plate, and then I believe this is the center plate, the 2 discs, and then the, where is it, flywheel ring, and then the flywheel. And so, you know, we reused all that, got rid of these, replaced it with this. So, you know, 3 new discs, 2 center plates, and then the hub. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we did. And the flywheel and the pressure plate, you know, it, like the center plate, it was pretty much in the same condition. It had just been heated up, but fortunately it was even wear all the way around, so we actually took like a Scotch-Brite and just buzzed it. And yeah, so pretty much prepped the surface and then reused it. And yeah, right now it's in my car, and you know, I drove it home last night. It was fine. Doesn't feel too bad, I'll be honest. Obviously the clutch pedal feel is a little different. You know, there's more material there now, and there's not any clutch dust buildup yet, so it hasn't like dampened anything. And then of course the new clutch discs, as you can see in here, are not sprung, so that usually will keep down on the vibration, so that's all there now. But yeah, so far so good. That triple disc clutch chatter. Race car life.